Ladies, gentlemen, folks beyond the binary, grab your husband, wife, partner, mistress, your primary witch doctor, and gather round your radio. It's time for this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club.
Not rude or crude, he's always tastefully nude. In this hardcore world, he's a softcore dude. His antithesis, mysterious and dangerous. And oh yes, they've got all the sexiest movies out on VHS. So if you're fatally attracted to the racier stuff, Erotic Film Club. Basically, instinctively crave the salacious. Erotic Film Club. If you want a racy movie and you're too classy for smut, Erotic Film Club. We can watch them and discuss them all ad nauseam. Erotic Film Club.
White-hot sex machine Luke Skywalker is an art dealer with fidelity issues. One minute he's smooching, the next minute he's fallen victim to a witch's curse. What's a Jedi to do? This week on the Erotic Thriller Club, Black Magic Woman. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club. As always, Garrett Callender and Kit Ryan here.
And this is where we answer the genre's three most important questions. Was I aroused? Was I thrilled? And would I ruin my life for this person?
I want to say that this one, I never check our email kit.
Why are you telling them at the top to that you don't check the email, that then at the end you tell them to send stuff to? Garrett, you're a monster.
I'm a monster, but maybe a few months down the line, I check it. And a time that I'm like, what are we going to watch this week? And I saw that our pal Cam from the Jacked Up Review Show podcast recommended this film. He had a few that he had recommended.
Woo!
And I saw this one had Mark Hamill. That immediately struck my interest.
Absolutely. I mean, I really wish we'd seen Luke Skywalker's butt, but you can't always get what you want.
This movie made me ask a question I'd never asked before.
Okay, that sounds exciting.
Does Mark Hamill suck?
No! Garrett, you shut your stupid mouth.
Okay.
Come on. He's the voice of the Joker in Batman
Take out
the
any voice
Animated
acting
Series.
work.
No, I can't just take it away. What do you mean take it away? I can't.
Okay, so we have the Star Wars, both trilogies, or the newest one and the original. He was Cockknocker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
He's the Joker and he's in SpongeBob. What else you got?
Did I need anything else?
I'm not saying he doesn't have a storied career. I'm saying, does Mark Hamill suck?
I'm saying the fact that you are discounting everyone's favorite Jedi, just because you didn't like him in a movie where he has to pretend to have chemistry with the worst actor I've ever seen captured on film, is not fair.
Are we talking about one of the ladies from this film?
Yes, I am.
Who? Which one?
Which one? Garrett,
I'm being dead ass serious with you right now.
I did not believe Cassandra was her name, right? I did not believe a single word that came out of her mouth, including when she introduced herself and gave her name.
Okay.
That's
folks,
how terrible she was.
Cassandra was played by Apollonia, mono-name person. Respect it. This is maybe a month of mono-name people. Is Sinbad done a sex movie that we can do next week? Turns out Man of the House, a lot less sexy than it sounds.
I'm trying to think of other great mono-names. Surely Cher has done one.
I don't know. I think Cher didn't need to do one.
I mean, just because you don't. I mean, Madonna didn't need to. She did it anyway.
Apollonia, though, famous for Purple Rain. And then Mark Hamill is our lead, Brad, and his lady friend is played by Amanda Weiss. She is Diane, who she was Tina in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first person to get killed by Freddy Krueger. And I more
Oh.
also Lisa from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Judge Reinhold's girlfriend that breaks up with her. So, you know, three people that I was very excited to see bang, and what I saw them do in this movie. Kit, I
Mhm,
swear to
mhm.
God, I have never seen this much kissing in any movie that's ever existed. Like,
This much kissing, which by the way, none of them seem particularly into. It is right, like the look on their faces is very, yep, this is a thing I'm doing in exchange for money.
what? Okay, so 1991, we're
Mhm.
done with the Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill's sitting on a pile of cash.
yeah.
How does this come across his lap? Like, how does this, like, he needs to do something not in space, he must have thought.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
gonna kiss on Prince's gal.
mhm. Is that
How,
not is that
why
not good
this one?
enough?
Well, no,
I
I
don't
get
know.
it, but, like, I
My
never see so
assumption
much as a
is
thrust.
no, 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 no. His Mark Hamill's hips do not lie, nor do they move.
I'm not convinced this character knows what sex is.
What are you talking about? Selling art demands a certain sexuality, Garrett. He tells us this up front.
He also says the line, "I like sex," but I
Yes.
never see him have it.
Garrett, there are boobs. There is a lot of kissing.
A
Some
lot of
women take their
kissing.
tops off. Is that not good enough for you? There was side boob. There was a little bit of front boob. Is that not enough sex for you, Garrett? You wanted more sex?
I know that somewhere down the road you are going to slander my boy Stephen Baldwin,
I
who
am.
provided us with way more than Mark Hamill did.
Are you are you really going to sit there in front of God and the listeners and everyone and say that you think Stephen Baldwin did a better job of acting in his erotic thrillers than Mark Hamill did here?
Actually, I think at least in Zebra Lounge, I think
What?
he was, yeah. I don't think,
What,
no, I'm
Garrett? I'm okay, this is no longer a podcast. This is now an intervention. Something has gone terribly wrong. I think you may have a brain worm. Have you been hanging out with RFK Jr.? Do you have worms in your brain now? What are you talking about?
I like sex. I
He didn't
like
write
sex.
the line. Try saying I like sex in a way that makes you sound even a little bit cool. You can't. The character was written badly. That's not on him.
I think he wasn't very good in this movie, Kit. I Let's get
Garrett.
into this movie though, because the opening of this movie, like I'll be honest, the first 30 minutes had me in a big bad way. I loved the kissing, but I thought we were gonna move beyond it eventually, which we don't.
But no, we're not going to get to second base here, Garrett.
I think if you add up all of the minutes of kissing from every rom-com in 2025, it
Mhm.
won't touch the number of
Mm-mm.
minutes that
It
Mark Hamill
absolutely won't.
spends kissing. Like every sex scene, like this movie, by the end, I was questioning, was it PG-13?
No, because we saw just a I mean, maybe mm,
You do see a boob. You see
you
two of
do
them
see
at least, and a side.
but you're right. I don't know that that is enough to get you.
The boobs are enough to get it R, but I was even trying to think, like, there's not an outrageous amount of violence or profanity in this film. Uh,
You see a
let's start
nice
with the
old
top,
lady
though.
stuffed in a fridge, Garrett. What's
That's true. There is a little blood. Uh, the
okay? So
start of
yeah,
this
we
movie, though, yeah.
open with music that starts as like Snake Charmer meets smooth jazz, and then becomes Suspiria intercut with African drums. Is that like
Yeah,
right?
to me, it sounded like the main score from Nightmare on Elm Street when you were watching this old lady walk down the street, and then when it cuts to words, then it gets to the African drums and the bongos,
Yeah, it's cutting
and
between
yeah,
Suburbia and black credits, and the credits have African drums, and the Suburbia scenes sound to me like they ripped off Goblin, the
okay.
composer for
Yeah, yeah.
Suspiria. And you know what? That could be because there are some giallo inspired elements in this movie. There's
No,
gloves.
roadhead accidents.
No roadhead accidents. I mean, not there weren't giallo elements in that, like, there was a lot of fun sex. I just mean that they showed a lot of knives and gloved hands.
My
It's not
favorite
nearly
part of all those
as
movies.
exciting.
I do
Yeah,
have
right?
so we we open with a séance with a bunch of old witches, and
Yeah,
I
these old
wanna
ladies meet up
say
in, like, an abandoned, like, suburban house, and it by the way, this is the picture in your mind the worst suburbia, like, the most copy pasted houses with no yards to speak of because they fill up every last square inch of the lot. Uh, my hell, picture that as the suburbia we're talking about. Um, and then yes, witches are here.
in my mind, 30 to 40 years from now, this was our entire female friend group, in college. This is all of
Absolutely.
y'all. Ashley from Keep It Weird was
Hmm.
there hosting it all. You
Your
were
wife
there.
will be
My
there.
wife was there. Y'all are just rubbing oil on a hot young body.
Yeah, it did seem like yeah, they rubbed some green gloop on her, and I started to wonder if it was like one of those mud treatments, that you get at the
Mm.
spa.
Well, you're
Um
drinking magic teas and then you disappear up the chimney like Santa Claus.
well, chanting in Latin so that it sounds fancier. I'm pretty sure it was just like time consume green, time consume green, which sounds a lot less um sort of mystical and sexy when you translate it from Latin. And then yeah, that's where we're at. And then we leave suburbia. By the way, we're straight up in LA for like the rest of the movie. You see, Mark Hamill lives in a cool loft above an art gallery. And the witch doctor he goes to, and the femme fatale. They don't live in suburbia.
Well,
It is
the first
very
part,
weird
it
to
was
open with the iconic image of like suburbia, and then we leave suburbia and do not come back.
yeah, but wasn't like Tim Burton's idea of suburbia just Burbank? Like that was like his hell with his droopy hair, his floopy hair in high school. He hated
Uh-huh.
living in suburbia, and then just over the hills, Hollywood.
So, I mean, it's possible that the when he's having dinner at the end of the movie, they are in Burbank. That's possible.
Yeah,
Take
they
that
were
back.
just in like Glendale for the for the first scene, and the rest of this is elsewhere. The clothes in this movie wild because it is
Yeah. Mark
1991
Hamill,
fashion, but
yes. And
everyone's
Mark
dressed
Hamill's
like Robin Williams doing stand up.
yes, Mark Hamill wears the loudest shirts imaginable, and he is an art gallery owner. So you'd think he'd want to dress in a way that screams like tasteful, but no, 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 no. He needs to dress. Yeah, like I can't come up with a better description for it than you just nailed it with Robin Williams doing stand up. It is so loud of prints and colors, except for towards the end of the movie when he's not feeling well and then he's dressed in a Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, he does get very sickly through this movie in a way that also affects his clothing.
Yes, that's what happens when you're not feeling well, Garrett, is you wear your ratty, sad, stained white shirt and jeans in bed. That part offended me,
That
honestly.
stained shirt, though, was stained beyond
So
a level of
disgusting.
use.
Yeah. No, no, that shirt has to be at least 20 years old and hard worked. And he just
Listeners,
doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would own it.
picture a day at a music festival. Like you're at a Warp
Mhm.
Tour for the whole day, you're sweaty, there's dirt flying in the air. And picture you didn't wash that shirt and just went to bed in it and continued to wear it the next day. That's Mark Hamill when the witch gives him leukemia. He is a very flirtatious man for a guy who seems to have no intention of having sex with anyone.
Or possibly have ever had sex before. He
The idea of it, loves the foreplay of it.
Yes. Mhm. He just loves kissing. Yeah, so he tells his partner, Diane, who is his business partner and slash girlfriend, that he does not want to marry, that he only flirts with all of the people at the art gallery because he wants to sell them paintings. And that's how you sell paintings, is by flirting,
I mean, he
obvious.
grabs a chubby older lady's ass. Like
Yes,
he
that's
is
how
walking around being a absolute creep.
yes. That's how you sell paintings. You just don't know because you're not in the art business, you know,
There is a certain sexuality to it that I don't think I could handle.
obviously. But yeah, he's gets his meet cute with Cassandra, our sexy uh Latina woman who is wearing foundation that's about 3 shades too light for her, so that her face is a lot paler than like her tits are, which I found very amusing. And uh she doesn't know that she's not supposed to touch art. That's their meet cute, is that she's manhandling the art.
He goes to holler at her for it and immediately doesn't care anymore because
Yeah. She's so hot he stops mid sentence like an idiot. And it's just like,
and aggressively flirts with her in front of his girlfriend and God and all the art fans. All the art is just basically busts of tits.
Yes. That's what art was in the 90s, Garrett. You just don't remember. But it
Where
was
did all
all
that go and how do we get our hands on something? It's got to be so cheap now.
That's a good point. It's probably all at garage sales and stuff like that, as everybody's getting rid of their boob paintings.
That's what it was before Thomas Kincaid came in and fucked it all up.
You're so right, Garrett. Before Thomas Kincaid started being the painter of light, it was all boobs. It was nothing but pictures of boobs. And then,
Which
sorry,
he loved secretly. I'm sure he had that collection himself. I saw the documentary.
I didn't see the documentary. How was it?
That's pretty good. We talked about it in a whole episode on here.
Yeah, but I never
Go back
actually
and
got
listen to
around
my
to it.
thoughts.
Um so yes, Diane is not his wife, and he thinks he's too young for marriage. And they definitely, first of all, like, a helpful life tip, people. Don't start a business with your fuck buddy. That's not smart.
I guess I wasn't clear. He's going to try and sleep with anyone that touches that art gallery is the problem.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that that he's not the Marion type, perhaps. I feel like his character really needed a best friend to talk to make him
A
less.
single friend, yeah.
Yeah, one
Any
friend,
friend.
any friend at all, anyone other than his housekeeper that he can talk to and be like, yeah, I want to marry her, but anytime I think about popping the question, I freeze up and I start to feel like I'm dying. I can't, I don't want, like something that gives a little insight into his personality and makes him seem like less of an asshole. Because she says, if you want to see other women, just why don't you just say so? And he says, no, he does not want to see other women. But then he keeps
Seeing
flirting
other
and
women.
seeing yeah, and they have one little fight, and he's like ready to go to Pound Town immediately with the next person.
He got in one little fight and Mark got scared and he went to go have sex with Apollonia downstairs.
It's true. She broke into the gallery, or worse, never left and just like hid in the bathroom until after closing time. Um,
The champagne popping. So as he walks in and sees her standing there, this champagne appears to just pop the cork on its own
mhm,
and looks just like a coming penis. Like
mhm. It's
shot
the
so
closest you'll get
phallic,
to
and
coming in this movie, Garrett, so enjoy it.
it was that bottle of champagne popping gave me a promise that could not be delivered. It
Mm-mm.
was like Mark Hamill telling me that he isn't going to sleep with anyone else, even though he kind of did.
We actually do play the song Black Magic Woman as we, you know, um frolic around the gallery. And
Kissing
Garrett,
sculpture titties.
yeah, I mean, Garrett, we have seen at this point multiple movies in which people have poured champagne on tits and licked it off, and it's
Hmm.
excellent every time. And this time they did it to a sculpture, and that just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, how you going to sell that? That's your livelihood. You're licking on.
Yeah. And and they make it very clear that this man's number one goal is money and his number two goal is sex. So it
Listen.
doesn't,
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. His number one goal is money, his number two goal is kissing. And I just don't understand why he's willing to put that sculpture on the line like that.
I don't know. I mean, is this where they have their sex scene? Do they move upstairs yet? Or do they just
Nah, they
they
just
start
fuck down
undressing
here.
and yeah, and you do see him kiss titties,
Hmm.
which is the most erotic thing other than the champagne cork going.
There's a lot
He
of dramatic cuts away to the art being erotic because the sex is not. So in order to not show her face not enjoying having sex, they have to cut to erotic, paintings and sculptures instead.
they do eventually find their way upstairs where we see them wake up the next morning,
Hmm.
walk downstairs where they interact with Carlita, the housekeeper, who must just be a safe of all of his infidelities, not
Yes,
willing to tell his girl. She
she
knows everybody involved
it,
in this.
absolutely, and this bitch is ride or die. She is not going to give him up for anything. She watches this woman leave and the next woman walk in the door 2 seconds later and doesn't miss a beat. And he's like, "Hey, can you um change my cum sheets?" And she's like, "You got it, boss."
Actually, I guess she is technically his best friend in this movie because
Yeah.
she's the only one that tries to give him advice. Like, I think you're going too hard on being a puss hound right now. And
Also
he
take
says,
a shower, gross boy.
and like a comedy of Doors and Frasier, the second Apollonia walks out, his business partner girlfriend walks
Diane
in.
walks in, and yeah, she's for no reason at all completely over their fight, which was pretty serious. Today she's not thinking about it.
Kit,
Whatever.
she does say something in that scene
Mm.
that foreshadows stuff to basically spoiler alert. I don't think at any point in this movie I never didn't think that it wasn't just his girlfriend, the only person he's wronging the entire movie.
I mean, he also does wrong. He wrongs both women, but he is certainly wronging Diane more because Diane he has been with presumably for years at this point.
He's wronging Apollonia in a hilarious way though, where he is looking insane thinking she's a witch or something. But like the whole time I'm just like, well, this is the witch. He's the only person he is actively pissing off in this movie is his actual
See,
girlfriend.
the reason I knew that his girlfriend was the real witch was because they kept showing gloved hands doing all the
Mhm.
witchcrafty shit, and I was like, "Oh, that's because his girlfriend has bright red fingernails, and they they have to keep
Well,
it a secret." Well, why do they have to keep it a secret? Cuz it's going to be the big twist that it's the white lady and not the woman who actually speaks Spanish. The white lady is in fact the one who's leaving a dead chicken above your bed.
but she asks him in that scene, the last thing she says to him before they walk out of the room is, "How would you like your eggs?"
Garrett, this movie's genius. Garrett, this
Yeah,
movie is ingenious. And he
and
said
that's a
scrambled. Whoa.
and
And
that's
it
a like a throwaway line that you're never gonna
whoa.
remember unless you watch the whole movie and go back and catch it on a second try.
Garrett, look at you. See, this movie's very smart and you don't appreciate it enough.
It's so fucking dumb.
It also begins and ends with talking about price. Like it opens in the gallery, right, with them talking about like the most important thing about art is that it's expensive. And at the end, when grandma's like, I hope it was worth 4 lives so you could bag a husband, she's like, everything has its price, grandma. And Mark
And then
Hamill
they
is worth
went up the chimney.
4 bodies.
I like yes, they think they sell 20 paintings to, Crazy Carl from Billy Madison, and that leads to another sex scene in a shower.
Yeah, basically, it's an excuse to get her out of the city so that he can fuck Cassandra for several days. Um,
This is the best shower sex scene in the history of shower sex scenes.
go on.
Awkward shots of legs touching
Yep, yep,
in a
yep, yep.
manner that you can only see the legs doing it, but they're
Mhm.
touching in such an awkward position that my brain is just trying to fill in the puzzle pieces of what could their torsos possibly be doing to make
The
their
answer
legs
is
landing.
the answer is that their torsos were just like neatly stacked to one side of each other. Their torsos did not meet, I don't think. The legs are in between and the torsos are hooked around so that no one touches anyone's like boobs.
Okay, okay. So that those extras didn't touch
Mhm.
parts. Okay, also in this, I feel like most shower sex scenes, people are just wet, kissing, pushing on the glass.
Yeah.
This movie, you have never seen two people who are actually using the shower for its intended purpose.
Uh-huh.
They are so lathered. There's so much soap on these two people. It's too
It's
much soap.
no, oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want? I thought that your whole thing was that you wanted to soap up Alicia Silverstone's back, Garrett. Was that not what we learned in The Babysitter?
I wanted to oh, I forgot. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's like
I don't
all
think I
any
wanted
man wants to do because she was still underage at the time.
you could just
So
soap
all they
her.
do is keep talking about soaping up her back.
It, I'm sure we talked about this then in the other one, but it just once again made me think of, if you ever heard the Sarah Silverman joke where she said, if you take a, a shower with your boyfriend,
Oh
I
yeah,
assure you one thing, your breasts will be sparkling clean.
true. And here's the
Gets a
thing that
mouthful of soap kissing on them. Sorry.
that was weird about this shower scene compared to other shower scenes that we have seen. And for me, the weirdest part was how much you saw the water hitting them in the face and how much they both looked annoyed by it every time it happened. It felt like someone on the production crew was intentionally screwing with them by like putting it directly in their eyes so that they would blink and look annoyed right as they are trying to look like they want to fuck each other, which they clearly do not. These two have negative chemistry together.
Well, I did see that Apollonia was dating David Lee Roth from Van Halen while she filmed this. So maybe he was above them, just more soap in them, so that they just couldn't see. He will not see my girlfriend's breast. Neither will the
Mhm.
audience because they are going to be full covered in soap. When he goes down to kiss those, like, he's now got soap in his mouth. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying the juice isn't worth the squeeze in the situation. I'm just saying finish washing. How
And
far did they get into washing before they started this?
I Fairly. I think it started as an actual shower, and then they decided, like, "Hey, you know what you can do in a shower with 2
Yes.
people?" Yes!
You ever rub the inside of your thighs together with mine? Watch what I'm doing with my legs.
Whee!
Looks like a guy riding a unicycle. Two people riding a unicycle with
In
their
opposite
legs.
directions. Seriously though, I like she's not even trying, like, if this is what having sex, like, I don't think this woman could fake an orgasm in the way that Meg Ryan so famously does. I think she just cannot. Because there is no faked passion on her face whatsoever. She is wet, she is cold, she is annoyed, and it is obvious. Which, when she gets so obsessed with him and, like, is talking about, like, picking out Christmas presents even though it's June and she's been dating him for 3 days, I'm like, "But why? You don't even like the sex, and the sex is all you do." Like, she tries to ask him questions about his life and, like, "What do you like?" And he's like, "I like sex." And she's like, "I'm trying to have an adult conversation with you." He is incapable.
But haven't you ever had a friend who it seemed like them and their significant other had nothing in common other than they've touched each other's parts? And you're just like,
And they wanted to touch
there's
each other's parts all the time. Yeah, but they don't wanna touch each other's parts, Garrett. They wanna ride unicycles in opposing directions.
and that's what best friends are for. You need a friend, not a sex partner.
That is so true. We need at least just one scene of Mark Hamill, like, golfing with a buddy or something. Just anything to show that he has someone else in his life to talk to. That's what he really needed.
Do we see another man in this movie that isn't bizarre? Because now that I'm thinking about it, the
There's
guy
the
who's gonna buy
witch
the 20
doctor.
paintings is weird. The witch doctor's a fucking witch doctor. The
Mhm.
cops, one is insane and one is autistic.
Yeah, the cops were a whole thing. We'll get to that. But yeah, no, there are no normal men in this movie, which may be why Diane is so desperate to bag herself a husband, is because apparently all the men are psychotic.
There's
This is the
5
only
choices
one.
and Mark Hamill's the most handsome.
Yes, easily. Not a problem. Decision made.
Okay, after the shower unicycle session, I love she's sitting at a park, like, on a picnic table eating. He speeds to that picnic table in a manner that Mark Hamill shouldn't have. I'm pretty sure he hit the picnic table with that Corvette thing that he's driving.
Mhm.
They throw away the lunch and go for a walk, and there is an
Because they
insane
don't have
person.
time for a lunch. They don't have time for lunch, Garrett. He says, like, "I don't have time for lunch. I got places to be." And she's like, "Then fuck the lunch," and throws it in the trash, and he laughs. And now they have time to go walk in the park and listen to a street preacher. But they didn't have time to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, yeah, and the street preacher looks like somebody from What We Do in the Shadows,
Mhm.
and has formed a crowd bigger
Yes,
than any local band in any city could get to come watch play music. And just
absolutely. Yes.
a real wide variety of people. And this isn't like you were using the word
Joggers,
street
housewives.
preacher very
Uh-huh.
loosely. This is a lunatic.
A lunatic
This
holding a Bible. Yes, but you're right. Other than that, there's nothing to distinguish him as a street preacher. He's just a lunatic with a Bible yelling at a crowd of enraptured people who all want to listen to a man that any one of us would actually just carefully try not to make eye contact with as we hurriedly shuffle past.
You see a lunatic, I see an eligible bachelor in the world that has been built around me.
Yeah, Diane, get this man instead. This eligible bachelor.
Then we get to see her house and find out she's a little weird.
She owns some primitive art that she mixes with modern pieces. All of her furniture looks like it's owned by a grandma witch, which I
Mhm.
do believe is part of like the red herring that she is supposed to be the one who's going to be the evil witch, is because her house does look like it is owned by a grandma slash witch.
I can't state though, because so early on, you just like, I don't know, it never crossed my mind that she was really going to be the witch by the end of this. So as he is harassing her as this movie goes on, that makes for such a funnier movie because she's also living Fatal Attraction.
Mhm.
Both think they're Fatal Attraction in each other.
Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, that's really funny. See, this is why this is a good movie, Garrett.
It is
But yeah,
two people who thinks the other is insane, constantly screaming at the other one.
like stop doing horrible things to me.
Like, yeah. It's, I mean, we'll get to some of it, but
So
it's just,
she is a little too attached. She gives him her good luck jade figurine that she inherited. He tries to not accept it, but then she's like, no strings attached, just take it. And she's talking
well, the
about
first time
Christmas
you and I
presents.
met, I gave you my grandfather's pocket watch. And I was like, "There's just something about the cut of your
There's just
jib. This
something
is
about I
I
just
can
know
just
we're
tell
gonna
you
be
need this,
lifelong friends, and I feel like you need this.
and it's not haunted, I swear."
Oh, that would explain a few things.
Ah, the ghouls, the
The
ghouls.
ghouls. Yeah, so, uh, the girlfriend comes back from New York, and she did sell all the paintings. We thought she might not for a minute, but the good luck charm worked, I guess, and the crazy guy bought all the paintings. So he's hugging his girlfriend, and who should be on the other side of the window looking in but his side piece, who throws a tantrum in the middle of the gallery and even breaks some art, and he slaps her. And this is supposed to show how unhinged she is, so that you think that maybe she would do some witchcraft. Um, she does seem like she's taking things a little far, but he is an
Yeah.
asshole.
Hey, she liked him. We've all fallen for
Mhm.
somebody that we shouldn't faster than you should have.
Yeah, and you
And
gave them great
she's
grandmama's jade figurine, even though
yeah.
you'd met them 3 days ago. Yeah.
She did know that she was the other woman though.
He specifically said that he was not married, and
That's yeah, but that's
and it seemed to me like he was trying to imply when he saw her that night that he and Diane had broken up. And
mm,
that's what it felt like.
okay. I don't know.
I think
I
a
don't
lot of it was her interpreting it how she wanted and him letting her interpret it how she wanted.
Do you think though that what he did, if if his girlfriend got to see what he did with this woman in their 2 sessions,
Mhm.
clearly she would be angry.
She was angry when he was just flirting with her. So yeah, she's going to be angry when he's kissing her soapy boobs.
Is that worse than penetration? On a level of cheating, where does what Mark Hamill did fall? Because I think it's the kissing, the sheer amount of kissing so intimate
Mm.
and
Is this like
and
a
the
pretty woman
unicycle
thing?
stuff.
Is like kissing on the mouth is more intimate than having sex?
I think if she saw a video of what happened, she would have rather them just boned and it be
Yeah,
done.
probably.
But he
Garrett, are you sure you're
kissed
not
for
just
an
putting
hour.
yourself in this position that you wanted them to
Mm.
just bone and stop kissing? Maybe you're
I'm
projecting a little bit.
I'm just saying what he did felt worse to me. Like it like if I saw it, she's like, "You
So
guys
wait, you're
kissed for like 3 hours."
so if I'm sorry, you're finding out that your wife kissed someone else for 3 hours versus your wife had full on penetrative sex with someone else for 3 hours. Which are you more mad about?
Well, the sex isn't gonna last 3 hours, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, they took a break, got sandwiches, and went back to it.
I don't know, there's still just something about that that's like, the end game is to come. I don't know what Mark Hamill's end game is. There's
Oh God. So he loses both girlfriends in one fatal stroke here because both of them see each other in the gallery and a big scene is made. So what does our boy do to cheer himself up, Garrett?
he buys a big old pair of bikini cut granny panties
And brings himself home a new floozy
to kiss,
to
to kiss,
kiss.
kid.
But
He
then he
kisses
can't.
her.
Well, he stops doing what he's doing with her because he can't get it up anymore.
I don't know if that was ever his goal. He's like, "Oh, this wine is starting to make me drunk." I haven't seen him drink.
This
We
is
have
a good
not
point.
seen them drink. How'd he get there? This woman, like, they kiss tits again or something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all kissing. It's just
Mm-hmm.
kissing. He takes the blanket away from her to,
Just kissing. But then he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was weird for a second.
yeah, it was. Are we good?
I think we're good.
Okay, it didn't like give me any warnings or anything. You just disappeared. But yeah, I love that he pulls the sheet off of her
Mm-hmm.
to reveal her breasts, but to
Yes.
cover himself. And
Yes.
then you find out when he uncovers and stands up, he's wearing the most insane pair of men's underwear
It's
that's ever existed.
genuinely I didn't know, I don't even know how to describe the cut of this underwear because it's not briefs, it's not
It's bikini
boxers, it's
cut.
not boxer briefs, it's not even really bikini cut. It's not a thong. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's
It
not a
looks
thong. Trust me, it covers more ass than is
so
there.
yeah, it covers a lot of ass, but it's like cut. You know what? I can't describe it. I'm so sorry. It makes his dick look big. So
It does make his dick look big, but they also go to his fucking belly button. Like, if
yeah.
you come home with a guy, they pull down their pants to reveal those. Do you comment on them or do you let it slide?
So me in college would have let it slide and then
You
told
wouldn't.
everyone about it the next day to be
Okay.
like, guys, you won't believe what I fucking saw last night. And then try to like draw a picture to really emphasize it. Me as an adult now would probably ask, like, well, those are different. Where'd you get those?
You use the words my mom uses to describe a movie she didn't like. It was different.
It was different.
Do you okay, maybe 1991 those were a little more in vogue. I gotta find a pair of those. I gotta surprise my special lady.
Garrett, maybe that'll make your dick look really good, and then you too can have shower sex and not enjoy it, I guess, while the water hits you angrily in the face. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe. I it's worth a try. It's worth a Google to see if I can have a pair of
Mhm.
those or
Mhm.
a pack of them. I need a it's not like it said like did it say Calvin Klein? Am I making
Oh,
that up?
you're
No?
making that up. It did not have a name brand. Those things are designer fancy.
I'll give a Google.
What are you going to describe it as?
Bikini cut men's underpants.
It's
Big.
not big.
Big.
All right, so he decides that he's not going to kick the floozy out, but he's also not going to have sex with the floozy. So they just go to sleep and wake up with a dead chicken hanging above the bed because we did some Santeria here or some
Hmm.
shit. We're having fun.
Somebody,
So
we
that
do see somebody sneak in with a knife, though. So
yes.
it is important that that person came in and did not stab them both to death.
No, had the option to and chose instead
Let
to
this
put
movie
a
continue another hour.
yes, to put a dead chicken above the bed and weird eggs in the bed that are like bloody eggs
They
or
seem like
something.
bad luck.
Um and then he did not warn Carlita about any of this. And now there's bloody eggs and a snake, and Carlita saw all of it, and you're a monster. I mean, for not telling her about this. And he got bit by a
She's your
snake.
best friend.
She
Give her a
is your
heads up.
best friend, and she has cleaned up your cummy sheets on multiple occasions, and you owe her the basic dignity of warning her that there might be weird, bloody eggs in your bed. Okay? Least you can do.
We don't see the snake bite him though, right? Like we see the snake disappear into like an air vent and then he notices that he was bit.
That's a great question, Garrett, and we will get back to it right after a word from our sponsors.
Manscaped. Shave your pubes, use it as a weapon later. Gotta sneak in, cut a witch's hair to stop a curse. It's all for. Speaking of curses, folks, you may notice my voice sounds different now. A witch's curse was put on us last night. We're actually, the time has lapsed nearly 12 hours,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we had an insane amount of technical issues due to probably my internet. But hey, we're back. My voice probably sounds different. I'm in a different room now, but I did want to address that.
Just in case anybody was a sharp-eared listener and
All of
they
them.
were confused or they were wondering why we seem 12 hours wiser about this movie than before.
Yeah, 12 hours wiser, or
Yes.
like it seems like I remember less of it because so much time has passed between.
12 hours. I can't remember this movie.
Hey,
Uh
Carlita found the chicken egg. She's screaming. The snake.
Yeah, the snake bit him, and he does
He
not
got.
immediately go to the hospital, which is what I would do if I got bitten by a snake. I don't know. I'm not from California, so I'm from the Midwest where we don't have as many dangerous snakes. But I don't know what kind of laissez-faire attitude they have out there in Hollyweird, but I would go to a doctor.
Well, when he eventually does that, it seems like a terrible decision. But I like that before he goes to a doctor, he has to go yell at this woman twice.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
has to go yell at her outside of her home. And his manner of yelling at her is just like, "Get away from me, crazy lady. I'll kill you." These line deliveries are insane. And you
Yes.
can't tell me it's just the script.
It's the script and it's the fact that he's under a witch's curse, Garrett.
I do not understand your ride or die-ness for Mark Hamill.
I don't think it's ride or die. I think it's that I genuinely enjoyed the movie and you didn't.
She's still ride or dying for Kevin Spacey because of House of Cards.
I didn't even watch House of Cards. Don't you slander me like this.
Uh,
If I were gonna be ride or die for Kevin Spacey, it would be for Baby Driver, but he's not even like the best part of Baby Driver, so I'm willing to mentally excise him from the film. Baby
but I
Driver's
don't
just
want to
a
get
really good movie. But
Mark
yes,
Hamill wrapped up in that. But
point
yeah.
is yeah, don't put those two in the same thing. Point is he is so busy yelling at a lady he slept with 3 times that he thinks put a curse on him that he is an hour and a half late for a very important capital B business meeting, which for some reason Diane couldn't do by herself. Like she's just sitting there with a bunch of people waiting for him, even though she's there, an assistant is there, and she knows because she's the one who cursed him that he's not gonna be doing well today. And she's what? Just willing to screw up this big sale to a bunch of hotel chains? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does because she has to like still make him feel important. And
Ah.
but also him being there shows that he fucked up and he needs her. And he
Mm.
is like he is the as the movie goes, it looks like he's gone into a real good jaundice, but
Mhm.
also just a real good lunacy. He
Yeah,
is
he's like he's acting drunk and sick and crazy and
looking at the
yeah, he's
paintings like he's on
sickly.
mushrooms.
Yeah. He's like, "Look at the colors. They're so bright."
Does anyone want a tea or a
Yeah.
Coke? And he just can't remember. He's got dum dum brain. He honestly, COVID symptoms. He
Yeah. And then his tires get punctured by an ice pick. So he shows up at her work looking crazy there, like, and has to get wrestled out of the office by all of her coworkers. And now that we know from the end of the movie that she is not the one cursing him, it is all the more egregious. Like, this poor woman.
that being said, she was crazy earlier, but he out crazied her because
By a factor of 1,000.
this is where he shows up wearing that shirt that looks like he went and found a dog park and just rolled around for
In
40
piss and
minutes.
shit for 40 minutes. Yes.
The yuckiest shirt you could possibly own. This is rags.
And
This
the
isn't even
jeans he was sleeping in, which who the fuck sleeps in like if you are feeling sick, Garrett, what are you wearing jeans for any part of that experience?
I mean, if I'm delirious and just find myself in bed in them,
Okay,
yeah.
then what is your supposed girlfriend doing that she's not helping you change into sweatpants?
Well, she
Letting
isn't a
you
lit.
letting you sleep it. She sleeps in that bed too?
Yeah, but she's not living
Mm, mm,
because
mm.
he's always bringing ladies over. She's definitely got her own place we just don't see.
That is true. Although once they showed the house from a different angle and I thought it was a different house because the walls in their place are so different. Like there's a brick wall and there is a stark white wall in the same room and it really threw me off when they showed it from a different angle.
It really was confusing to me at first that he lived in the art gallery
Yeah.
because it seemed like he went to a full ass different place, but then found himself back. I was plus
The
like the art on his walls
geography.
are wild, like
Yeah,
a
the art
giant
in his
wobbly flowers.
the giant wobbly vagina flower,
Mhm.
that was a little unsettling. Yeah, the art in his house and the art in the gallery start to bleed together and you're like, "Do you just let people wander around your house? Is that your gallery?" It's unclear.
Kit, while he's being a lunatic in this
Mhm,
office
mhm.
to Apollonia, he is holding an ice pick and no one tackles him. This looks like a deranged person off the street that somebody he has a weapon in hand. He's not like aiming it at her, but he is like, you fucking bitch, and is holding an ice pick. And then once again, I'm going to make my I think this scene is a good argument for Mark Hamill kind of sucks.
I
He
disagree entirely. I think he commits 100%.
wait, is this the bit where he starts to barf?
What?
Wait, oh no, he barfs at the he's gonna barf at the meeting where he fucks up with his when he's late for the meeting.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the
late
one
for the
where he
meeting and he barfs in a trash can, and everyone there assumes that he is on something.
that barfing was
Mhm.
a real F plus acting job.
Yeah? You didn't believe his barf? You
It was
didn't.
like the little girl having a seizure in Winter's Tale. It was wild. I'm I just I had to listen to 2 full episodes of you slandering Stephen Baldwin.
Slandering? You can't slander someone if everything about them is heinous, Garrett. That's not slander. That's just explaining reality.
Just because Mark Hamill's a good guy that I do like doesn't make him a good actor. Like, I like him in Star Wars.
Garrett, I don't see how you can use this man's career of voice acting
Voice
and just
acting.
throw it out the window.
Maybe if I closed my eyes and listened to him barf, I'd be like, oh, grade A barf. But I watched it. I watched his face. I watched him retching. I saw the
To
whole
me,
package.
he looked so convincingly fucked up. He was so grimy and so gaunt and so sweaty and so cray cray. I believed he was under a witch's curse 100%.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to get us into this doctor's office.
Yeah, he does go to a doctor. Diane makes him go to a doctor, and
This had me keel over laughing.
yeah. Okay, go ahead. Which part?
He's at the doctor. He goes, I've been spitting up blood. Doctor's response, yuck.
Yeah, that's part. It fits perfectly with your thesis that every other man in LA is absolutely unsuitable, batshit, totally fucked up. Like there are no eligible bachelors. We don't even mention the fact that, by the way, for no reason at all, his doctor is on crutches. So, like, there's a whole side story there that we don't get to know what this man's elaborate backstory is. But yeah, you find out that your patient, who you also see socially at gallery type, art things, is spitting up blood, and your response is like, ew, icky,
Yeah.
yucky,
Yuck with like
yuck.
6 U's.
Yuck.
And I was just like, get out of there. You have somehow gone somewhere worse than an urgent care. Like, this guy is not suitable for this job.
Mm-mm. And the guy basically is like, we're gonna do some tests. Check you later. That's it. Meanwhile, Carlita has a much more useful doctor to offer him. Carlita shows up and says, Diane, you gotta take your boy to a curandero who will help, get your curse broken.
Where's his office? It's an apartment in Reseda.
Yeah. And
The Valley?
they don't want to go. They're too white for this shit. So they go back to the doctor, and the doctor's like, I'm pretty sure you have leukemia.
Yuck.
Ew, gross.
Ooh, that's no good. Ooh.
Garrett, do you think there was a version of the script where it was magic AIDS and they were like, that's a step too far, and they made it leukemia instead?
1991? Yeah.
Yes.
I bet he. But
The
they're
way
like,
he looked, the way, like, they made him really gaunt. They were like, your body is going to get like a cold and then you'll die from it. Like,
they're like, but we're worried. And I guess Google wasn't a thing in 91 yet.
no.
We didn't have the internet. Or what year? Internet early stages at 91? I'm trying to remember.
You didn't have anything like Google, though.
Okay. So I wouldn't be
You
able
could
to
ask
search.
Jeeves, maybe?
Yeah, he goes to
Jeeves, why am I
Dogpile.
spitting up blood?
Jeeves, can I get AIDS from kissing too much?
You're right, Garrett. Unless he's an intravenous drug user that we don't know about, there's nothing he did that could give him AIDS.
Unless the snake had it.
Yeah, exactly.
It is wild though that the witch's curse is leukemia. Like cancer's a wild step. Because
Yeah.
I mean, the witches, as it goes on, are also using kind of voodoo dolls and drowning them and poking at them and prodding them. But to do cancer first,
Mm-hmm.
Diabolical.
Diabolical, straight to cancer. Well, technically first was
Drunk at a meeting.
drunk at a meeting, but maybe that's what leukemia does in the early
Wait,
stages.
wait, was he drunk because the witches are like
Pouring
swishing
wine
wine
on him?
around in their mouth and spitting it into his voodoo doll bowl? How do they do that? What's the
Maybe.
magic?
I don't know, Garrett. In the
I need the
words
science behind the magic.
in the words of Sublime, I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't practice it either. I just got to go along with what I'm given, and what I'm
Mhm.
given isn't very good. All right.
Nope. So, in order to do some Santeria and get this guy cured, Carlita finally drags his ass to her primary care witch doctor, as Garrett put it, um, and leaves his ass there. And I really want to know, okay, I am not a practitioner of
Mhm.
any sort of magic, nor am I even Catholic, although I did go to Catholic school. My question is, when we are holding him down and he's seizing and thrashing and we're doing all kinds of rituals, why are we praying to Santa Barbara, patron saint of mathematics and people who work with explosives?
Oh wait, maybe we weren't in Reseda. Maybe we drove him to Santa Barbara.
And that way we had to pray to
To the
Santa
place.
Barbara because Santa Barbara is where we are.
Yeah, anytime something bad happens to me, I'm like, "Dear sweet baby Nashville, Tennessee, birthplace of country music or whatever.
Yeah,
Dear
yeah.
dear vomiting bachelorettes down on Broadway at Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk."
Bless me. I am in need. Oh, hot dog sans ketchup. I need your assistance.
Dear deep dish pizza that divides us all.
Clark, the mascot for the Chicago Cubs, who wears a jersey but no pants and everyone thinks looks like a flasher. Please help me in my hour of need.
Manscaped.
Sponsored by Clark. Yeah, so we do a little getting the evil out with Dr. What was his name?
Oh, I didn't write his name down,
It
but I
doesn't really matter.
I do feel like I could handle his job though. It actually looked kind of relaxing.
There were a lot of candles and incense and,
Shouting Diablo while rolling an egg around on Mark Hamill.
yeah. You even get to oil up his chest. That looked fun, oiling up Mark Hamill's chest before you roll an egg on it and then shout out to Santa Barbara.
I wish the doctor had been like, "But first you must take off your pants." And he removes his pants to show those bikini cut briefs. And then
Mm-hmm.
he's just like, "What the fuck are these?" Which, by the way, in those 12 hours, I did have a Google. I'm looking at them right now.
You
Found some really,
found them?
yeah, I could get them today in town.
God, what a magical world we live in.
What's
Just
funny is I
imagine if
did.
you had seen them in 1991, Garrett, you would have had no idea how to find them. You would have been miserable.
Will these underwear give me AIDS? So I did
Yes.
find a brand of them that this cut in their brand was the Oedipus cut.
Oh,
Uh,
no. I don't want Oedipus underwear. This is the underwear you should wear when you fuck your mom.
that it really they're more just for a roast. They're to hands in a roast battle. You're like, this is what I was wearing when I fucked your mom.
So my favorite part of this scene with the witch doctor is when Mark Hamill wakes up and is completely in disbelief that he has been cursed, despite the fact that he now feels completely cured after
Yeah.
going to the doctor and being told he has leukemia, maybe, and has been like dying for multiple days. And now he feels completely better, and he's like, I don't know if it's a curse. Who would do something like this to me? Gee, Mark. who would do something like this to you? Oh, who have you been a real bastard to lately? I can't think of anybody. Can't think of anybody. You're right,
He's
Mark. It
like,
can't be a
he's like,
curse.
come to think of it, this one lady I've been hollering at has a stuffed cat on her couch and all these old trinkets. What have you been hollering at her? Evil lady? I've been hollering evil lady at her.
Evil lady, stay away from me.
Evil lady, stay away. That's the quote, right? Or is it evil woman? Evil woman, evil lady. It's a crazy thing to yell. Like those
Yes.
are unnatural words to yell. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to use profanity.
There might be children around. He was,
He has
yelling
yeah.
in her neighborhood.
Also, how did that doctor test that he didn't have leukemia anymore? I didn't see any scans or blood work or
Maybe he did. Maybe it's it's just in remission.
witches, not broomsticks in Halloween.
Yeah. The witch doctor is very serious about this is not broomsticks in Halloween. These are serious, dangerous witches. They're everywhere and they are powerful.
What can I pay you? I cannot accept money against a powerful witch. Is that witch law? Is that like the curse? Like like something comes undone if you accept money? Is that
I
just
don't know. Is it
pride?
like, aren't there some special stones that can only be given as a gift if you want the spiritual power to remain inside the rock? Like, you can't buy it, it has to be given as a gift.
That is nonsense. You said nonsense to me and tried to present that as fact.
I guarantee if you ask your wife, are there some kind of rocks that if you want them to stay magic, you have to give them as a gift and not buy them? Your wife's going to be like, yeah, obviously.
Let me holler down the stairs. Give me 1 minute.
Are you genuinely going and asking your wife about magic rocks?
All right, she's coming. Which, like we said, I mean, she might have even organized the seance at the beginning of the movie. So
Yeah,
I will pass the
not like
headphone.
not like broomsticks in Halloween. Oh hey,
It,
hey.
it tried to present some nonsense to me as factual, and I'm going to put the headphones on you, and you can answer Kit's question. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be shaking my head in disapproval.
Hey girl.
What's up?
Hey, so is it true that in terms of spiritual rocks, like rocks with like crystals with power, that there are certain ones that you have to give them as a gift for it to retain its spiritual essence? You cannot buy it and still have that power.
Theoretically, yes.
Take that, Garrett.
Glad I could help.
Theoretically,
Boom,
yes.
boom, boom. Magic rocks. Magic rocks. As a woman, I know about magic rocks. You just don't, okay?
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Now, do I know what type of rock? No.
At some
But I
point
know it's a
you all
thing.
became witches,
Yeah.
and I can't dispute that.
It was around the
And-
time all of you became the weirdo men in this movie who are saying yuck when you find out your
Damn it.
patient is spitting up blood.
And the thing is, I'm still worse than Mark Hamill in this movie. I fall and like I'm trying to pick up his scraps the
Mhm.
rest of this movie and be less weird than Yuck Doctor and
Mhm.
Preacher, Park Homeless Preacher, who's
Mhm.
pulling a really good crowd.
Way better than any of us could ever pull in a park for any reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, next thing you know, we are drowning / boiling poor Carlita. We see a gloved hand shoving her face in a pot of, I don't know what, some kind of stew.
It looks like what's that? Oh my god, I can't think of. I feel like it's like a breakfast booze. Like it's a more
Oh,
it's
like
red
sangria?
sangria. It looked like a bowl of sangria, but
It
with
did
worms in it.
actually. Yeah, well,
And
you don't want to think too hard about that.
it was boiling, and she got her face really close to it to smell it. Like perfect head dunking
Mhm.
distance to a bowl of
Of hot
witch's
liquid.
sangria.
Yeah. Which she should have recognized immediately, considering this woman knows about black magic. Um, and then next thing you know, where is poor Carlita? Garrett?
Oh, in the fridge with her digits cut off.
Mm-hmm. Just the one finger. Just the one finger.
The cop saying digits and the other cop saying, "What's digits?" And then him saying it means her fingers, and then immediately using digits in a sentence to another cop s- so that he could be cool. That guy,
Mm-hmm.
what was every man in this? Like, there had to have been a producer that's like, guys, we can't tell him, but Mark Hamill seems like a sexless goober in this movie. And
We
we
need
have to make
all other
every other
men.
man to be less desirable
To
and
show
just
why
foolish.
Diane is so desperate to hook this man as a husband. There are truly no other worthy candidates. Yeah, one of the detectives so obviously thinks he did it. It is like dripping out of him. He could not be more cartoonishly evil. Nor does he have any game face to pretend he doesn't think Mark Hamill did it for the sake of like getting more information out of him. Cannot do it. The other says that he's got a line on getting him a new fridge, that his brother-in-law owns a furniture store, and since you're going to be needing a new fridge, since this one had your housekeeper stuffed into it, I could get you a great deal on a new fridge.
I did not remember that line, but maybe that turned this whole script around for me.
It was so fucking funny.
We got to lighten the mood. People liked Carlita. She was a ride or die.
True, we loved
Die.
Carlita. She was his only friend, and now she's stuffed in a fridge. Which, by the way, someone had to go through the effort of taking out everything that was in the fridge and all the shelves, and then shove her in. It was a whole thing. And unfortunately for Mark Hamill, his only alibi is a witch doctor.
Dr.
Um,
Yantos, which I did write
Dr.
later in my notes.
Yantos. There we go.
So we got to
Um,
take Lisa to Dr. Yantos's hospital. Those medical grade plushies, those
mhm.
are going to be something that they overcharge your insurance for, is touching the plush,
Yeah,
the
this
panda
this
plush.
is definitely, yeah, in case we didn't describe Dr. Yantos's cure what is it? curador curandero's office. It is just a house. There should be a child living there because there are plushy toys in this house. But we never see a child. We see his little sister, who is a grown ass woman. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to think about that.
Yeah, the set
Um,
dressers really left you thinking on this
mhm.
one. They made it a thinker.
Yeah, yeah. But there was another bloody egg in the bed, and Dr. Yantos is dead. He's hanging upside down in the closet. And of course, our hero and his girlfriend arrive at the crime scene right as the cops do. So they almost get caught. Um, the sister's still alive though, and she has come to our hero for help. Um, but it turns out while he's on the phone with the cops, he finds out the floozy's dead too. Suzanne the floozy that he slept with, but didn't sleep with because he couldn't get it up. The
Do
one
we
who
see her dead?
No, we do not. We just get
Is
told
this
that she was stabbed with an ice pick. Ooh.
oh. That's why the cops asked
Mm.
her about the ice pick and she
Mhm.
pulls it out of the desk.
Mhm.
Uh okay, cuz at first I was like, "Oh, is this a kiss and curse?" Like really kissing him like the AIDS is getting killed.
Oh my god.
But
The
that
movie
means
is a metaphor for AIDS. He's sleeping around and everyone he does gets killed, except also the doctor got killed. So really the metaphor doesn't work at all.
folks, this movie is stupid, it follows.
It is not. It is just that his girlfriend is killing all his alibis. And I guess also all the people that could have saved him should she decide to curse him again in the future. Like, she doesn't want Carlita around or the doc because they might fix him again next time she needs to curse him.
Yeah, he's still got 11 eggs left in that carton. He can roll them around. Diablo, 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 Diablo. The curse is in the egg. Crack it in your mouth, little protein for the day. Don't
There
let the
you
door hit you
go.
on the way out.
So, uh the cop does his barest amount of due diligence and does
Mhm.
go talk to Cassandra at her office and is like, "Hey, did you murder anybody?" And she's like, other than his tires? No, I did murder his tires. And they're like, where's that ice pick? She's like, it's right fucking here. All right, take it. I don't give a shit. And they're like, that's a weird voodoo doll type of thing you've got on your desk. And she's like, it's a stress reliever. And it is a voodoo doll that is made out of like clay and like
Mhm.
pencil erasers. And there's little tiny razor blades stuck into it. So, like, clearly, this is a creepy woman who does creepy things, like have a taxidermied cat and own strange art and has grandma furniture. So clearly she lives with grandma who is doing rituals for her. Like, come on, it all makes perfect sense.
Isn't it kind of fun that this is one of the only times we've seen a woman that just has corporate job, like businessman job?
Her job seemed like it had an actual thing. Like, she was bent over a light table and was like cutting things. Like, that was a
Like
real ass job.
design.
Some kind of
Okay.
design related job.
Okay. I mean, all right. All right. I'll get
She wasn't
okay.
just on the phone with a client. It's when you're just on the phone with a client.
In a suit and you're
You
just
know,
like, yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
generic business job.
We're gonna lose the whatever account. Yeah,
Yes.
that didn't happen. You're right.
Okay, so
We gotta sneak into her house.
obviously the only option is to do a reverse Uno card ritual on her, which means we need to steal some of her hair and find whatever object she was using to curse Diane, because we've decided Diane's cursed now just because she found another egg in the bed and Diane was like, "Oh my god." And so we're worried Diane's getting cursed now. Um so we break into her house
The
and Diane
top
is
tier
obviously
break in.
top tier breaking. Yeah, go ahead, Garrett.
He pulls out, this isn't even a credit card, Kit.
Mm-mm.
What he pulls out is like, I would say like a bus or metro card. It's a much floppier piece of paper
Yes.
than a stiff credit card. Puts it in the lock and slides it down. You hear the click, and Mark Hamill shouts, "Unbelievable! It worked!"
Well, it's because you have a witch with you, dude. The witch made it work.
He
That
She's just back there with a magic wand. Like anything he did right is just her with a magic wand. And he's like,
wand
I'm
right
so
behind him.
hot and awesome.
Yeah, absolutely you are. For real. Um so he's up there trying to like steal hair from her brush, but she has the world's cleanest brush. There's no way with all that thick beautiful dark hair that brush isn't full of hair constantly.
Yeah, and that old ass grandma house, like she's not like keeping that brush clean. Like all her house is fucking weird. House is too weird for her to be so neat.
Maybe she does also practice magic, just not on him, and she knows that her hair can be used against her, so she makes sure that she takes it out of the brush every night and disposes of it where it could never be found and used against her.
I mean, all women are witches,
Yes.
so she knows.
Yeah, she
She's a witch.
knows.
She just wasn't witching this time.
Yeah, Carlita knew. Carlita probably did the same thing with her hair every night because she knows there's witches out there. Bad witches, bad black magic witches. So Diane is finds the fingers and screams, which obviously she planted. She also planted her purse and ID card in the fridge with like X's drawn all over it. Cassandra wakes up not because of her hair getting cut, but because of Diane screaming. She has a gun, and this is the moment where my partner was like, if she's a witch, why does she need a gun? It's like, first of all, she's probably not a witch. Second of all, um, the cops are much more understanding when you shoot an intruder versus when you hex them.
And honestly, a hex takes time. A gun is
Takes time.
fast.
A gun is quick, efficient,
A hex
you
is like a
know.
musket in this situation, and you
Mm,
need results now.
you
The
need
NRA
fast,
has been
precise.
saying
Yeah,
this for years.
so true. Man, thanks NRA for giving us
Can you
this.
imagine though? Once again, just like this regular lady who did have a couple crazy moments
Mhm.
wakes up and now Mark Hamill's over her cutting her hair. And this is just like, what the fuck? Leave me alone. This guy sucks.
Yeah, like, yeah, I punctured your tire after you kicked my car door and harassed me in my neighborhood. Like, what the fuck? Why are you
There's
doing this?
there's a version of this where he just leaves her alone and we see her with the park preacher, like just walking down the street with a bottle of wine as he hollers.
I would love to see this movie from Cassandra's perspective because you're right, it is a perfect uh erotic thriller from her point of view as well, where she sleeps with a guy, he's like back with his girlfriend and dumps your ass, you holler at him and break one of his sculptures, and next thing you know, like, you're being stalked, like randomly he's showing up at your house and at your work and yelling at you, accusing you of witchcraft.
This really is like, for my Twilight fans out there, this is Twilight and Midnight Sun. This is the one that we need a true like side by side from a different point of view on.
Absolutely. And so Cassandra shoots Brad, then immediately regrets it because she didn't know it was Brad, I guess. Brad is Mark Hamill. Diane shoots Cassandra, and the
Kicks that
cops come
stunt
in
double in the face so hard.
so
He
hard.
kicks his face so fucking hard. The stunt double hit his face after that. There's no way that guy probably had a broken nose or something. Because she tumbles down the stairs, her foot flings into that man's face. It looked hurty.
It looked like it was painful, yes. And so, for some reason, even though they both got shot, only Cassandra is dead, and Mark Hamill's fine. The cops show up and they're like, "Hope you got a good lawyer." And Diane says, "I know someone who can help us." And this is when he finally meets Diane's family. They're talking about how, thank goodness all this, bad stuff with that lady is over, the with the cops. You're in the clear. Don't know how. They clearly broke and entered.
Yeah.
This isn't Florida though, so there's no
This was not
stand
a
your
stand your
ground
ground. Yeah.
type of situation. I wonder if stand your ground applies to witchcraft. This was a stand your ground hex.
Hmm. Oh, well, is your dad a lawyer? He's a lawyer.
Yeah, but he's a
Well,
civil lawyer, so he doesn't do criminal defense. So he doesn't.
but it probably like heard, like he knows somebody. He can make a
Yeah, yeah,
call
yeah. He
and
can make a
ask
call.
about the witch. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll find the answer next time.
I'll let you know if I find out if witchcraft can be used in self defense. So yes, obviously, it turns out that mom and grandma are two of the ladies we saw at the beginning of the movie doing the big ritual. Which what was that ritual for, Garrett? The one that sent them up the chimney? Cuz that was before he started cheating on her with sexy lady.
See, I thought that it's implied. So it was his girlfriend that they're rubbing the naked lady. They're
That's what
rubbing the oils
yeah, that
on.
they were putting the mud mask on for
I
for her
thought that
skin
they were
treatment.
just like making her a witch too. I thought that it was like a ritual to like
Oh,
welcome her into the coven.
some sort of
That
initiation ritual. Okay. Yeah, okay. And yes, you see that grandma comes in and says, "Four deaths, I hope it's worth it. Everything has its price, grandma." And Diane was the witch. That's the big surprise. This is how you bag your husband. She was performing Munchausen's by witchcraft.
it's it's such boring spells. And like it was such I think her
What is
the aunt.
boring about grandma drinking wine and spitting it on a voodoo doll, Garrett? That's not boring.
But like her aunt was right. Like I hope this was worth it because we also know
Garrett, have you
it's
seen the
not.
other men? Have you seen the other men in this town? What do you want? You
N-
want her to marry the fridge detective? Is that what you want? The guy who doesn't know that the word digit can mean finger? Is that who she should marry? Or should it be the street preacher? And by street preacher, we mean just hobo with a Bible. Is that
This
who she should marry, Garrett? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Oh no, maybe she should marry a doctor, a rich doctor, a doctor who says yucky when he finds out his patient has been spitting up blood. Is that her better option, Garrett? You tell me.
was this movie written by a Texas Republican? And they're like, this is what men are like in California.
This is what women have to do to get a semi-normal man to marry them in California.
Uh, I did text
Garrett,
a
are you
lawyer asking.
huh?
I did
If
text a lawyer
witchcraft is a
asking that question. Yeah, I'm hoping to have an answer by the
yeah,
end of our podcast here. But I'm also looking up the writers of this. Was this written by
fantastic.
men? Had to have been. This is but why? Like men love to write themselves not this dumb.
I don't know. I don't know.
It took 3 men to write this
I
script.
it wow. And they're all presumably on the same basic level of normalcy as the men in this movie.
Kit. Okay, I'll drop.
Yeah, why what?
Oh my god, I'm dropping this man. I'm just the photo I have of one of the writers. I'm dropping it into the chat here. Take a look at this guy, and
Okay.
he might explain. Like,
Oh my
so
god.
this is the only movie this
Oh
guy
my
wrote and
god.
produced, but he appeared in 68 episodes of Shipping Wars as a truck driver, which is a reality show about truckers. So this movie was written by what I assume is a
Is a
trucker.
trucker. I cannot explain
Like when I described
this
like Texas
man's face.
Republican, it's Texas Republican.
I, I, I,
Oh no, but
I-
his shirt says Snort and Bore Transport Seattle. He works out of Seattle.
See, that's why he based it all on people from Portland. Is what he was going
Okay.
for all of the men in
Well,
this movie.
picture a guy whose face could appear in the TV show Deadwood, but he's wearing a
Uh huh.
Zazzy visor.
A Zazzy visor and a cut off shirt, like sleeve shirt. Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
the guy who
Wow.
directed this didn't have a picture. He's the only one that had a photo. The other two appear to have written horror movie, like other horror movies or sexy horror movies.
How did this
That
how does someone end up writing only one movie, and it's this movie?
you get Mark Hamill attached to it. Gets made and people saw it, and more people felt like Garrett than like Kid.
Okay, Garrett, would you say that this movie had you aroused? Scale of 1 to 5.
Well, I do like kissing.
Mhm.
I do like kissing a long time.
Mhm.
No, no. It did look like he was having fun in the shower on the unicycles and the boobs kissing, but he also had a mouthful of soap. And it really left
He
me with
didn't look
more
like
sex questions than it answered.
Yeah, it didn't look like either of them were enjoying getting hit in the face with all that water. She didn't look like she enjoyed a single thing that was happening to her. I gotta put it at, I mean, a 1 because you saw some boobs, and that's about all you get.
Yeah, I'm with you. One feels right. It's low. But
Mhm.
I don't know. Ask the next one. Let's see where this goes. Because I also think
Garrett, were you thrilled?
the most thrilling thing that happened in this film was when Mark Hamill took the sheet away from the naked woman to cover himself, to then uncover himself to reveal those bikini briefs.
That was your number 1 thrill of the movie?
Yuck. This is a 1. This is a
Garrett, you're
1.
wrong. You're incorrect. I was thrilled. I was thrilled. I was here for his journey.
I don't understand how there's like I was trying to decide if this guy was worse than the phone sex guy.
No, maybe. No. No.
At least this guy got to do some kissing.
That is
The other
true
guy got
though.
to talk about it.
Yeah, that guy had no reason to do anything he did. Um yeah, Mark Hamill got to actually kiss some boobs.
Wait, was that guy an art gallery guy too? In the kissing one?
I can't remember.
Or the phone sex one? I feel like he ran an art gallery. Maybe I'm making that up.
No, he was an artist because he was
Uh,
doing a painting of her. He didn't run an art gallery. That's why he was poor, and Mark Hamill's character is rich.
because he's selling them and giving less money to the artist.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I was genuinely enjoying myself. I wanted to see where it was going. I loved as he got progressively more cursed and seeing. I was thrilled when I found out he had magic leukemia, and the fact that you
Don't
weren't is wild to me.
Don't get me wrong, there was a lot I enjoyed in this movie. It just hit a point where it felt very long for me. Like it just the first half hour I was full on board, and then for some reason the last hour just like felt like it kept going. But you do get moments where he looks like he's covered in piss and going
Mhm.
crazy and now has cancer. But I don't know. This one I guess if it had been a little sexier,
Mm. That would have helped with the thrills too.
I think it may have bumped the like my enjoyment of the whole thing, but also if it was sexier, I'm gonna remember this movie forever now because it's the Mark Hamill kissing movie.
Mhm.
So now you are changing my mind that it's
Mhm.
exactly what it needs to be. I
Mhm.
just don't know that it was my favorite.
That's fine. I'm sticking with my rating. Um Garrett, would you ruin your life for either of these women?
Um, well, I mean, obviously, if Apollonia's good enough for Prince, she's good enough for me. I mean,
Fair.
uh Nah, I mean, and then I'm a huge Fast Times and Nightmare on Elm Street fan. So like as is
Mhm.
humans, I like both of these people. But
Only
no.
one of them is going to put
Well,
a curse on you. Well, that we know of.
I will
That we
say
know
though,
of.
Cassandra puts up with an enormous amount of foreplay.
Mm.
And I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, I will ruin my life.
You're ruining your life for Cassandra. Are you ruining your life for Diane?
It all works out in the end. So
Does it, Garrett? Because I don't know. Like if they ever get into an argument in the future, she's just gonna curse him again.
but I don't think he's ever going to talk back ever again. He looked like he was so minding his
Mm,
manners and knew his place at the table was to
that's a
be
good
a dog.
point. Yes, he learned that if you step out, you get cursed. All
He
with
was a purse dog. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
And
be a purse
if
dog.
if you are the sexy woman coming into an art gallery, are you going to ruin your life for Mark Hamill? Because her life got ruined too.
Her life, she's dead. So, um,
Yeah.
but like we said, there is I think we really actually broke down every man in the movie. Maybe
Mhm.
we're leaving out like one man at the beginning when they're like at the art gallery, but everyone's weird and
Everyone
stupid.
is so weird and stupid and strange. So I don't blame her for taking a look at Mark Hamill, even in his horrible shirts, and saying, like, I gotta make a play for it.
Yeah, times are tough and it's rough
It's
out there.
slim pickings. It's slim
Like,
pickings out here.
yeah, I guess I gotta, but
Yeah, I'm kind of with you
reluctant.
on that one. Like, if I live in a normal world with normal men in it, I'm not gonna ruin
Mhm.
my life for Mark Hamill and his cheesy shirts. However, if I live in this world where my other best options are the guy who comes in to buy 20 paintings and is putting his head on the statue that doesn't have a head and making little faces, I'm not going to pick that guy.
Carl from Billy Madison.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'm ruining my life.
That sucks for all
It
of us.
sucks for everyone.
Hey Cam, thanks for recommending this. I'm not mad at you. I want you to be clear.
I'm
Not mad at you.
very pleased with you. I enjoyed myself immensely.
I would have watched this regardless. Thank you for making us aware of it. And yeah, I always open to more suggestions because this I happened to open the email and saw that, and we had no idea what we were going to do. It was last minute, and you're getting this one late today because it's all yeah, it's just coming out late on the day it's supposed to be out for y'all. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my shitty internet in my basement.
Mhm. 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 Thanks for listening, everybody. Don't forget to like, rate, review, subscribe, all the good stuff. Tell your friends. Let us know if you have anything you would like us to cover. And Garrett?
At Erotic Thriller Club on Instagram, eroticthrillerclub at gmail.com. Maybe I check that email someday. Hey, it could be months, but I get there.
Mhm.
We love you. Wet your snails. What was the one from the last one? Didn't I add something?
I don't know, man. Fidelio, Pigman.
Fidelio Pigman. We want to shake you, naked, need you alive.